How did this building start melting like ice cream and tilt to one side without collapsing completely? Now imagine this. You're driving across a bridge, heading to another city for a fun trip, when suddenly you realize the bridge just ends. No warning, no road ahead. Or picture this. You're parked at the mall and out of nowhere, a building collapses right on top of the parked cars, destroying everything. Let's talk about some shocking construction disasters that were just one step away from total catastrophe. This building collapse you're looking at happened in Shanghai, China. It was part of the Lotus Riverside housing complex, designed to be a modern residential dream. But then one of the towers, a 13-story building, just tipped over like a domino. Now imagine this. You buy your dream apartment, ready to move in soon, and overnight the entire building just collapses. That's exactly what happened to these buyers. Tragically, one man walking nearby was crushed under the building and lost his life. So, what caused this? The foundation was poorly built and the materials used were extremely low quality. It simply couldn't handle the weight of a 13-story structure. Thankfully, no one had moved in yet. But if people had already been living inside, this would have been a nightmare on a massive scale. Imagine this. You're walking through the heart of New York City when suddenly, boom, a massive crash shakes the block. In November 2023, a terrifying scene unfolded at a busy construction site. A crane was lifting nearly 16 tons of material high into the air, heading toward the top of a building. But something critical was overlooked. The crane's hydraulic fluid was dangerously low. Mid-lift, the arm overheated, caught fire, and then, just like that, it snapped. Tons of steel and debris plummeted from the sky, slamming into the roof of a nearby building like a meteor strike. Miraculously, no one lost their life. But this wasn't just an accident. It was a ticking time bomb caused by one small safety check that never happened. This wasn't just carelessness, it could have been catastrophic. Now picture this. You're driving through the mountains, and up ahead a massive bridge stretches into the distance. But then it just stops, mid-air. No road, no destination, just a concrete giant hanging in the sky. Welcome to Guizhou, China, home to the infamous dead-end highway. This bridge was supposed to be a game-changing shortcut through the mountains. But halfway into construction, engineers discovered something shocking. The new route was actually longer than the ones that already existed. Millions of dollars had already been spent. But instead of fixing the mistake, officials just walked away. Today, this beautifully built bridge serves no purpose. It's not a road, it's a monument to miscalculation, a haunting reminder of how even the best intentions can go completely off track and take a whole lot of money with them. You wake up one morning, look out your window, and realize the building next door is literally leaning like a melted ice cream cone. That's exactly what happened in Hualien, Taiwan, when a powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake shook the city. This 8-story residential building, home to over 200 people, tilted so dramatically, it looked like it was moments away from total collapse. Miraculously, everyone inside was rescued in time. But here's the part that'll make your blood boil. This building was officially declared unsafe back in 2018. Authorities knew it was vulnerable, but still, families were allowed to live there. No repairs, no relocation, just ignored warnings, until nature forced the truth out. It's terrifying to think how close they came to a tragedy that should have been prevented. At first glance, this might look like a scene straight out of a Hollywood disaster movie, but it's very real. This is the Volgograd Bridge in Russia, stretching nearly 1.5 kilometers over the Volga River. It looks solid, trustworthy, until the wind picks up. Then, the entire bridge starts swaying like a giant carnival ride. Locals have nicknamed it the Dancing Bridge, and once you see it move, you'll understand why. Engineers have inspected it over and over again. And guess what? No structural flaws. The cause? Something called wind resonance, a natural vibration triggered by wind passing through the structure. Basically, the bridge is dancing to the sound of the wind. But here's the scary part. Imagine driving across it when that dance starts. Your car rocking side to side, the road beneath you literally moving. One wrong gust, one miscalculation, and it's disaster. This isn't just unusual, it's unnerving. June 16, 2023, started like any normal day in downtown New York. Commuters parked their cars in a multi-story garage, grabbed their coffee, and headed to work. But when they returned, their cars were gone. Not stolen, buried. One of the upper floors of the parking garage had completely collapsed, crushing dozens of vehicles beneath tons of concrete and steel. The scene looked like something out of a war zone. The worst part? It didn't have to happen. An investigation later revealed something shocking. 10-foot-long cracks had been visible in the roof for years. They were reported, they were documented, but no one did did a thing. And when the structure couldn't handle the growing weight of parked vehicles, it gave out. Hard. Millions of dollars in damage. Dozens of lives disrupted. All because basic maintenance was ignored. It wasn't just a collapse. It was a failure of responsibility. And finally, something truly mysterious. A viral video has been making the rounds online, showing what looks like a scene straight out of an apocalypse. 3, maybe even 4 entire buildings have collapsed together in an unknown location. No context, no warning, just devastation. Cars crushed, furniture buried, homes turned to dust. No one knows for sure what caused it. Was it an earthquake? A structural failure? A gas explosion? The answers are still missing. But the destruction is all too real, and the silence around it even more chilling. This isn't just about concrete and steel, it's about the lives and stories buried beneath the rubble. Whatever happened here, it's a harsh reminder. Disaster doesn't always give you a warning. That's end.